welcome to Shitheads and fucking Douchebags podcast.
I'll take shithead.
I'm your host, Slutty McBoogerballs. How we doing today, gentlemen?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah, feeling pretty good. Finally a little coherent after the concussion and stuff. So
Max over here looking like he's got to go to a rap battle in 10 minutes.
Eat some mom spaghetti in here.
Exactly. Fucking B-Rabbit got to walk across the 8 mile. Oh, man. So, anything new and exciting in the world of celebrities that anybody's heard of? We're just going to be those guys. We're just going to be the fucking guys that do celebrity podcasts.
Yeah.
Like TMZ. We're just going to be like, oh.
Like anything on E.
It's absurd that they have human emotion. How could they? You mean that somebody flashing pictures in your face every day isn't good for you?
Dude, I couldn't be famous. Like the paparazzi, like I would bust some Jonah Hill shit and
I could be famous, but like Phantom of the Opera famous. Where like I'm just that guy that's in the sewer. Everybody knows about me, but or like it's like that old man that lives on the block that everybody thinks is a warlock. Is like, don't get your frisbee if it lands on that dude's fucking house. Everybody knows my name, but nobody wants to talk to me. That's the kind of famous I want to be.
but yeah, I couldn't handle the paparazzi.
No, dude. I wouldn't.
What Jonah Hill say to everybody? He said,
he's like,
suck my dick, faggot.
Suck my dick, faggot. And everybody's in an uproar. I'm like, that's totally acceptable.
yeah, dude, you can't blame him for.
Do you know how many
about that.
people I've told suck my dick, faggot in my lifetime?
Seriously,
For some reason, that's like
all your
fucking
sexual
career
partners.
ender now.
crazy.
Who else is doing the dick sucking? I mean, come on. There's like suck my dick, heterosexual man. Like, there's not as much power in those words. You just need that.
Got no punch.
That little three-letter word. Possibly four. I don't know really how fag is shortened. Pretty sure faggot is 2 G's and an ET maybe. I've seen IT, AT. It doesn't really matter.
It's OT.
Is it OT?
Yeah.
I've seen it spelled so many different ways, but
6
I
letters.
also shouldn't be learning phonics from bridges. So.
This is useful if you ever want to play it in Scrabble.
Right. Like I should be looking at gang fucking graffiti to fucking learn how to spell shit.
Lyrics from rap songs from the 90s painted on bridges and shit.
Or just fucking any train that goes by.
Yeah.
For some reason, that's literally like their moving art gallery is a fucking train. Like you see, like somebody took the time and like did some real shit on the side of one, and then the next one's just like fucking 406 Crown Kings.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
I saw a shit ton of graffiti in California, and that shit looks like hieroglyphics to me. I cannot fucking read a single.
You know the funny
I don't
thing
know
is,
what the fuck it says, but it looks really cool most of the time.
well, you know the funny thing is like places where graffiti is illegal, the graffiti blows,
Isn't
dude.
Isn't graffiti illegal everywhere?
No.
What?
Like, a lot of European countries encourage graffiti.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like name one.
Well, like I'm pretty sure Amsterdam's one of them.
Would they encourage it?
Yeah, like
hell yeah.
street art, but it's not like graffiti's not encouraged. It's more like street art is encouraged.
Okay, like the
if somebody's there painting a nice
okay.
mural and everything, like no, you can't like tag your gang shit, and they're like, yeah, that's chill, man. Like,
So I can't like go around and draw cocks on every building.
no, like you can totally have your signature, but you know, there's a lot of people. I mean, like, but they're like legit artists, and they'll go and they'll paint buildings all over the fucking town, dude, and it's like great. Like this is like works of art everywhere.
If graffiti was 100% legal, the first thing I would paint would be like a statue in the public square. I'd like make him look like a clown.
Yeah, like
Or I don't even fucking know. Something
like
fucking hilarious. Though. Superman.
Go to I was about to say go to like a Martin Luther King statue and spray paint false prophet on his fucking chest, or false god, whatever the fuck they put on Superman's chest. Oh man, would that be a hate crime? I don't know.
No.
Like if you were doing it for the laugh, it's not really like hateful.
Yeah.
Like, what if you could what if you committed
one.
a hate crime and then you could convince a court that you did it because it was funny. Is it still a hate crime?
If you can make the judge laugh, then his logic would be flawed if he sentenced you.
I feel like that would be a great accomplishment for a comedian, just to be in some deep shit and he got out of it because he made the judge laugh. That'd be terrific. Max, you should commit some crimes and write more material. And
just justify all the shitty things that I do.
exactly, like you should plan a crime
God.
and then write
It's
a bit
awful.
about that crime you planned ahead of time. And then
Like, that's my
and
excuse.
then after you commit it, you're already like, boom, I already got my fucking A material. I worked this out at the Roxy.
Jesus.
You just need an accomplice that's completely incompetent, and the material will write itself.
Yeah, like you basically need the male equivalent of a ride or die bitch. Like fucking.
Pretty much, yeah. It's interesting.
So I think it's Max's turn for a little monologue. We want to hear what Max has been up
Oh,
to.
jeez. I was actually just planning on listening to you guys a lot.
Listening.
Yeah, I need to
do.
I need
a
to listen
podcast
more in
to
my
listen.
life. Yeah. I've been yelling at people too much lately. I need to listen.
So you said you got a concussion, didn't you?
Yeah, I hit my head and I hit my neck a couple days ago and got pretty messed up.
How did that happen?
I stepped on my cat in the dark. And I was running into my room with dinner, and I was all excited because I got to eat. And yeah, I stepped on the cat, and I felt bad because I'd been stepping on her for like weeks. And so I took my foot off it and kind of springed off her, and from doing that I hit a cabinet and then hit a support beam and landed on my neck and head on the linoleum ground.
That's
Yeah, it was bad.
That's quite a chain of events that just took place.
So
You went and you made dinner. You chose not to step on the cat this time.
Yeah, exactly. And
It's so funny just how you explained it. It made it sound like you were like making a conscious effort to step on the cat.
Oh,
You're like,
it
you know
was-
what? I'm gonna let her have a break today.
Well, it was a trip because I was already kind of stepping on her and she was getting off, so I don't know, I just didn't want to follow through with it, so I put all my weight on my other side and
Oh yeah,
fucked myself up.
man. I can't help but feel like the cat would have been less injured if you just stepped on it.
I'm starting to get that feeling. Because now she's just scared of me because, I got pretty messed up.
You got messed up. I got something coming. Some sort of hurricane coming my way. Oh man, we been dicking around on Resident Evil 6 today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, well, some parts are nice, some parts are a pain in the ass.
Yep, and we drank pretty much a full bottle of rum last night, and yeah, your aim is pretty flawed when you're wasted like that.
Yeah.
If you ever
Especially
played
when it's like forced hip fire, basically.
if you ever want to see if drunk driving is real, get as hammered as you can. Like, as hammered as you fucking can, just like
Play
fall over
Forza
drunk.
first person on VR.
And yeah, play like Forza or play even Grand Theft Auto. You will crash into everything.
Oh, damn.
You know, I bet that
no
would probably
coordination.
They make
Like,
it that
you can't
realistic.
even go 10 feet without crashing into something.
Damn.
Be, I bet Forza would probably be the one game that would probably be really good on PSVR.
Yeah, except for it's a Microsoft game. It's a Xbox game only.
Or is it? What's the other one then?
The one for PS4 would probably be Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo. That's what I meant.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't remember these things because I don't honestly give a fuck. I hate it when people fucking create. No, it's actually only on Xbox. Like, go fuck yourself. You know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
Well, fuck you too, motherfucker.
So you really gotta drink a lot when you are playing the character or whatever.
Oh yeah, especially if
Okay.
you were in Forza, because that's considered not only a racing game but an actual driving simulator, because they make every car everything realistic as possible.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, good fucking luck. You're gonna
Sweet.
crash.
Now
Okay.
the Oculus Rift is for PC, is it not?
I have no fucking idea, to be honest.
I don't know if it's on. I mean, I know it's not Xbox or.
You just got one of those.
Nintendo.
You just got one of those VR headsets, didn't you?
Yeah. I thought it's actually here behind me.
Really? Let me see it.
It's called Dream Vision virtual reality. That's not a plug, but it's actually quite irritating because I don't think it's the VR's fault. I think it's the fact that my phone's too small to use it.
Oh, okay.
So essentially, to me, when I use that, it looks just like if you were to like watch an old school television in a dark room. It's got that rounded look to it.
Oh, okay.
Like you're watching an old school television, but the fucking shit's blurry as fuck.
Oh, damn.
Looks like a pair of night vision goggles from like an 80s action movie.
Oh, I know. It looks like welding goggles almost. It's pretty much all they are.
Mission Impossible one.
Right?
Young Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah.
Up there on a winter slope wearing fucking these motherfuckers. Jesus. I can't even put it on my face correctly.
Right? You know, you got your like Bane mask going on.
The fire rises.
No, I can't even put it on.
But it opens up in the front there, and that's where you slide your phone in. Yeah, I don't know. I tried it a few times. And, like, there's a roller coaster one. There's one for, like, it's basically Street View for Google Maps, but you can use the VR headset to look around with it.
Oh, cool.
And it spins it on its axis. That one was alright. And there's one called, like, VR Cities. That one's pretty cool. You can, like, look down at Paris from the top of the Eiffel Tower.
Oh,
but,
damn.
I think it's just... I think must have, like, a 4-inch screen or something like that. It fits up to a 6-inch screen. And I think that's probably what you would want, because... Sean, the guy we work with, he has a VR headset.
Oh, okay.
And he has the Samsung Galaxy Edge. It's a pretty, like, 6-inch screen or something like that.
Isn't that like the phone they made that for or something? Or no, it's not.
The
like,
Samsung, yeah. I think he actually has the one for his phone, so
Okay,
it works
nice.
a little better.
Oh,
Because his is like a whole nother level. This is just like a fucking plastic pair of shitty binoculars that you put your phone
I
in
can't
front of.
even. I couldn't put it on my head. The fucking one of the straps snapped off.
Oh, damn.
Whatever.
This is the shit story.
I guess you just can't come to the 21st century with us, Zack.
No.
It's all good.
Missing out on all that VR porn.
Right? Yeah, like,
Oh yeah, dude.
there's
That should be gnarly. Except for I need like a whole orgy because you have like a whole 360 degree, so you can literally look at everything.
wish Gavin was here. He could probably give us an insight on some VR porn.
Does he?
Oh, dude.
Oh, I didn't know he had a VR headset.
He said he got one for Christmas or something like that. It's just such an unintentional thing that families probably do this year. Everybody bought them VR headsets. Like, you do realize you just basically bought them like a porn machine. Like,
Not gonna see Gavin for 3 weeks now.
like
Oh,
nobody.
Jesus.
There's no games for it. There's nothing to do on it except probably watch porn.
That's
And,
great.
like, they're just starting that shit now, and I assume it's terrible. Like, it's the first draft of this kind of technology, so like I'm assuming it's fucking terrible. And also it's expensive, so that's why I'm just assuming it's terrible, because I can't actually fucking watch it.
Me and Clay were making a joke the other day about him watching the VR headset porn on the couch, and like he has his headphones in, and then Anisha comes in, and he doesn't even know. Anisha's girlfriend just walks in and just sits down, and
I mean, pose like a fucking troll on a really shitty Yu-Gi-Oh card.
and then
Like,
you just take them off, and she's right there. And you're,
See what Clay looks like when he gets really comfortable. It's funny.
no, it'd probably look like a really gross, like, skin-colored potato jerking off a little fucking nub root out of the front of itself with a fucking VR headset on.
Oh, dude.
I'm such a disgusting human being.
Happy New Year's, though, you guys.
Yeah, you too. First podcast of the year.
Oh yes.
Good
That's
shit.
right, yeah.
And you have any resolutions?
None whatsoever.
None.
It's a waste of time, man. Like, fucking, basically, I feel like if I'm gonna make a resolution, it's gonna be the day of the time I want to do it. You know, like, if I'm like, I'm gonna fucking, like, lose weight, I'm gonna do it that fucking day. I'm not gonna, like, just think about it for weeks and try to make a mental plan. But you gotta fucking act, or else nothing's gonna happen.
You're like,
People
"No,
have
I'll
been
do it
planning their New Year's
tomorrow. No, I'll
resolutions
do it the
since
next
last
day."
New Year's, and it's like, go fuck yourself. Like, since last, I bet you there's people that, like, on the 1st, they're like, next year, my resolution is to stop smoking. I got a whole year to smoke. You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't fucking matter. You're not gonna quit.
I think the dumbest resolution I ever had was to stop swearing.
Oh,
Ooh, that's a tough one.
It's hard.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
It's like me trying not to bite my fingernails. Like it just happens. I don't even know it's happening. It slips
yeah.
out. When I'm with my grandparents and your grandparents or anybody, it almost slips out. So it just
Yep.
you gotta catch it at the
So
last
easy.
second.
Yep.
Switch the word up.
Yeah. Or like
Like,
apologize. or
lucky for
something,
me,
yeah.
my brain actually will turn off the profanity at the right time for some reason. Like, if I'm talking to certain people, I usually won't let profanity slip. But if there's no reason for me not to cuss, I cuss all the fucking time. Like, there's no... I mean, not as bad as some people I know. Like, Chris is probably the worst out of my group of friends for cussing. I think he drops an F-bomb maybe every 15 seconds of his life. Like, every third snore, he probably lets a fuck out. Like, and it's not, like, really, like, in-your-face fucks, but it's just, like, it's so second nature at this point in his speech that I, like, don't even notice it myself anymore. Like, I'm like, I think I counted it one time when we were having a conversation over, like, 5 minutes. There was like 17 or 18 fucks in there or something.
Oh, so it's like a brain. It's like a brainstem function. It's like
crazy.
right up there with breathing and.
He was
Yeah.
like, it's like every day he's trying to best himself on like breaking the Scarface record for fucks said in a movie or some shit.
That's
No,
great.
doesn't Trailer Park Boys have that new record for SwearNet?
Oh, I'm sure they do. I'm sure many people have broken that record. Actually, I'm sure many people have, but I just don't know the names of all of them off the top of my head. Oh, what was the? I think even Sausage Party broke it.
Oh damn.
Really?
Pretty sure they said fuck a lot in that movie.
Oh.
I mean, but then again, Scarface was.
Did you ever watch that, Maxwell?
I did. Yeah.
That movie was it was funny, but it was so goddamn brutal.
Oh yeah.
It was.
You could tell they spent a lot of time.
I would not
and a
take
lot of effort
mushrooms
on
and
it.
watch that movie. It would.
Fuck with your brain.
No,
No,
like yeah, it's fucked up.
Well, like, I don't know, like, I just feel like I heard fuck a lot more in that movie than I ever did in Scarface, even though Scarface is like 2 hours longer or 2.5 hours longer.
Dude, actually, I've been waiting.
Isn't Scarface like a 6-hour movie?
Hell no. No, it's
Oh,
like
yeah, I
it's
don't
less
know.
than 3 hours. I'm sure.
Really? Oh, I
Yeah.
thought it was like 6 hours or some shit.
It's like 2.5
'Cause, like,
tops.
I watched the.
I'm not sure,
Actually, the last time I watched Scarface, and it still wasn't that long ago. It's just the format makes it sound like it was a long time ago. I watched it on VHS, and it was a three VHS fucking set. Like it
Really?
took- yeah, and nobody rewinded them. Whoever watched them last time didn't rewind them.
Oh, you got it from
So-
like the old video store.
No, it was just it was at Nancy's house. You remember Nancy?
Oh, no, barely. Yeah.
Yeah, but she had it on VHS, and I watched it, and it took. I mean, like seriously, I can't believe we ever did that in the first place. It took like 40 minutes just to start the first tape,
Damn.
and then you want to start the first tape so you don't rewind the other two. So you just watch that one and you're like, fuck, here's another 40 minutes rewinding this bullshit. But, or maybe I'm just impatient. I don't know.
I don't know, but when it comes to butchering the English language with swearing and the whatnot, I would rather have you swear profusely than to say, you know what I'm saying, after
yeah.
every sentence
Yeah.
or something of the like. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, I really don't like those ones. That irritates the shit out of me.
Yes,
I
I
hate it when-
Know what I'm
understand.
saying?
Know what I'm saying?
I hate it when
Mommy?
people say right after they say
Right.
something
Oh, yeah.
that they think is like the truth or whatever.
Or like, I know, right? I do that a lot too.
Yeah, Clay does that.
I absolutely say I know.
Clay, you piece of
Or
shit.
it's not even that. It's like somebody will be explaining something
I'm a
to you.
monster.
They'll be explaining something to you. Like they'll be talking. They'll say something like, I was driving down the road, probably going 50, 60 miles an hour, right? And then you're just like, what the fuck? Why are you saying right? Like what? just keep the story going. It's so weird.
No, I do.
When they do
do
that, I
shit
just say,
way too much.
I just go, no, wrong. And it catches them off guard, and they go, what?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll catch myself doing
Right?
it or
No,
catch
wrong.
other people do it. They're like, I know, right? I'm like, well, no, you don't. I do. That's why I told you.
Yeah. Seriously.
You now know. I guess since, sure, you could technically say I know since that information came into your head within 4 seconds of you saying that.
Always
But-
thought that was just because people didn't like. They like just barely wanted to talk to you, and so like you just talk to them forever, and you just don't want to respond to them. You're just like, yeah, right.
I think that's also the case. Like I've mastered the art of ignoring people. Like people to this day probably think I've listened to them, and I haven't heard a single word any fucking people have said to me over my entire life. I used to get through entire days without hearing a single word somebody said.
You ever fake laugh?
Oh yeah.
The worst one was Riley Roberts.
Is
He
he
would-
a fake laugh? Bad
Oh
fake
yeah, he goes haha.
laugh?
He he knows like every old person in town, so I don't. And he'd be talking to him, and I'm like, you know, you do a fake laugh like constantly, right?
Oh,
He's like, what I do, and I'm like,
I don't remember who it was.
oh haha yeah.
Oh yeah. It doesn't even, it's like there's no. It's not the right influx for.
If you're
ha-ha.
listening, Riley, I love you. Mwah.
No, he doesn't. He's
Yeah, he's too fucking.
cutting his wrist over a fucking Plastic Stars album right now. Oh man, no. I can't remember his name. There's this kid in school though. He always had the best fake laugh. He laughed like Mandark from Dexter's Laboratory.
Oh shit.
He's like, ah! He would always do that. Just super condescending when somebody said something that wasn't funny. Just made like a spectacle of them.
Man. I've been thinking a lot lately about this is something I've really been trying to work on. Like not being fake when somebody talks to you and they're fake. Like you know that Dave Chappelle joke where he's like talking about fake people and they come up to him and they're like, "Hi, how you doing?" And he's like, "Hi, how are you?" And you're like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, that's something I've definitely been trying to work on lately. It's just just
Yeah,
being
but it's hard to
authentic.
tell. I mean, like, it's hard to tell somebody to fuck off for no reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Just because
That's-
they ain't in a bad mood. Just,
that's-
no, fuck
yeah.
off. Like,
So that's kind of the
I don't like
tightrope I'm
being a
walking
dick
right
to
now.
people. I like being a dick, but just not to people. You know what I mean? Like, I like my opinions to come off as being a dick, but I didn't direct it at anyone. But, I don't know, like, there are definitely people in my life where I'm just like, I see them out of the corner of my eye walking up to me, I'm like, fuck. Like, I'm not down for it at all.
Yeah.
Usually it's just anybody that walks up with a fucking ticket for an order at work. I'm just like,
yeah.
fuck you. Get away from me. Or just like there's a lot of people that kind of know me or like know of me, but like they're super buddy and they always want something from me. And it's like I get tired of those people coming around, like, oh yeah, I want to use your studio, but like for free, and can you produce a song for me because I don't have the ability to do that myself, and blah. The list just compiles
Damn.
until you're just sitting there like, so you basically want me to write an entire album for you, like fucking work out all the kinks, edit it, put it out, and then you just like, yeah, thanks for the freebie, I'm gonna go sell this.
Yeah, because the rappers that you have that I've seen you do your music production for, they spend about less than 30 minutes writing their lyrics.
Yeah.
And then you spend days making the song.
Dude, that's some bullshit, man.
And like
Yeah,
we need
that's
more than
why
a rough
most of-
draft, like an extremely rough draft. Make a goddamn final draft.
Yeah, well, like, and that's why most of the stuff, like, I mean, I don't mean to be shit talking anyone, but
Oh yes.
a lot of the stuff that I put out with them, it just doesn't come out top notch because there's not a lot of effort on other people's sides. Like with Gatsby stuff, he definitely already had all that stuff done.
Oh yeah.
So like he just had to change it up a little bit and put some stuff on. Like Gatsby shit sounds great, like, and it wasn't really a question of the production because we got it from Blunted Beats. We got the produced tracks from there, and I just mixed them and then just put them in and mixed them into the track. And and then like Jesse Vargas did a couple and all that, so I didn't have to produce for him. He already had that shit figured out, which saves me a lot of time.
And
allows me to actually work on the structure of how shit works.
And the music, those songs sound really good. You wouldn't even know that it was a one-man production company. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, you would expect that to come. I mean, like at least a low-level studio with like a building. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing. Like, I don't have anything that sounds anywhere near close to like something Geffen Records would put out or something. But like, you know, I don't. Why was that my reference? Jesus, does anybody listen?
I agreed with you, and
I
agreed with you. I don't know who the fuck those guys are.
Yeah,
they signed.
I'm like, yeah, Defo Records, yeah.
Nirvana, Blink-182.
Did you say Death Row?
And
No.
Oh, I thought you said Death Row.
I don't think maybe they did Sum 41. There's like a lot of punk bands and stuff that were on Geffen, and like Nirvana, and I think maybe even Pearl Jam. I don't remember.
Oh, damn.
I could be wrong about that. Pearl Jam could have gone a different direction, but I know Nirvana was also on Sub Pop Records too. But anyways, enough of the fucking grunge history lesson.
So like,
no, like a lot of the people that come through here. Well, it's not even the people that come through here. There are a lot of people in this state. Everybody wants to be a fucking rock star, but nobody wants to invest in their career as a rock star.
Mm-hmm.
They just want to be like, I just went to a bar and somebody handed me a free dirty fucking mic that's been sitting in a drawer all week. I just fucking rocked that shit, and then it just happened to be a talent agent getting wasted at that place, and he gave me his card, and now I'm recording my album in a fucking multi-billion-dollar studio. That doesn't work like that. You have to fucking go pay guys like me to get you a fucking demo album to get you into those clubs. Because if you don't have a good demo reel, you're fucked. Like a lot of it, like you can't just be a band and then be like, look how many likes we have on Facebook.
right.
And then they let you, but like that doesn't translate to ticket sales or even what you sound like. You know, like how do they know that they're not hiring a death metal band? You guys all just look like wiggers, you know? Like,
It's a trip. So it's like it sounds like they're kind of like coming into this whole thing with like this starry-eyed attitude, you know, with little to no work ethic.
A lot of people around here tend to live above their means. Like everybody thinks they got the hottest track, but I haven't heard it yet. You know, like I've listened to a lot of rap. I'm not like a huge rap fan, but for study's sake of the art of rap, I do listen to it, and I can't. I mean, like, I can't really name a person that's just like fucking amazing. Like, hands down, they're gonna be fucking huge one day. You know.
Yeah,
Not a single person that I've heard from Montana can I say that about.
There's one person that I can listen to, and it's because he has flow, and that's I don't even know this kid, but well, he probably hates me because I fucking shit all over his house, but that's another story. It's Shadow DeVoe or whatever his name. Codependence. Yeah. I mean, and I haven't listened to those guys for years, but I mean, he had some flow, so he was. I could listen to him, but
no, the Codependence I enjoyed for a while, and I'll still enjoy their like new releases and stuff, but you know I haven't listened to them in a while. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they put out a new album recently, but I kind of listened through all their other stuff and just kind of waiting to see if they dropped anything new. But no, they definitely play a lot in Missoula.
Yeah, they're one of the top bands in Missoula, and there's a shit ton of bands in Missoula.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but
fucking A.
It's all about who you know and where you can get in, man. Like, if you're just a chill dude hanging out at the fucking Monks or fucking anywhere Top Hat, at some point somebody will let you on that stage. You know, you just gotta hang around. That's really it. Just be there. It's not that hard. Like a lot of people sit on their computer trying to get their rap careers off the ground. You know, like, just fucking go outside and then get your rap career off the ground. Like,
seriously. Yeah, there's the whole world out there outside of your screen. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you think I fucking... I mean, now, mind you, when I was fucking... God, even saying shit about the internet makes me feel old, and I'm not even old. I'm fucking 26, and I feel like an old man. But when I was in my bands, like 2006 and stuff, like, you know, the internet was big and everything, like... MySpace and all that crap, but like it wasn't like this big massive volume of people posting their own content onto YouTube and stuff. There were just like some YouTubers and some funny videos that went viral, you know, like and then like a lot of home movies and stuff, and then people started making like TV shows on YouTube, you know, and stuff like that. And so that whole thing, like I never really got into trying to promote my music super heavily through the internet. I'll keep it available and like in front of people on the internet, but like that's not the only priority. You gotta go outside sometime and fucking meet these people and like face to face, because like nobody's gonna remember who the fuck your band is if you just put up Facebook posts, you play your set, you leave immediately, don't mingle with anybody, and then you fucking expect them to remember you. You know, you have to like make a connection face to face.
Yeah, and like shake the dude's hand.
That's why I hang out after all the shows of the comedy club and stuff. You know, like, unless I have to get home or the weather is really shitty, like you have to sit there and like when people walk, because like I'll walk by if I have an okay set, like people will walk by and be like, "Oh, thanks, man, you're really funny." And so I try to talk to them. Hey, how you doing tonight? You know, just
absolutely.
like just talk to them, because if you open up a dialogue, people will remember you. You know? It's like, oh, you're the guy I talked to in front of the Roxy, and blah blah blah. You know, so like that's really how you get yourself out there, man. You just gotta fucking make that connection.
Yeah,
It's
and
not
like
hard.
for me, like it's really hard because I've like really bad social anxiety. I really don't like going out in public and stuff. But yeah, it's like after I do a set or whatever on Stage 112 or the Union or anywhere in Missoula, Roxy lately. You stick around, you talk to the crowd, and it's really important to like talk to the comics and stuff too, you know.
Oh yeah,
and just
comics.
2 or 3 minutes with those guys, like
you never know.
It's amazing.
You never know if one of those guys is gonna be your next hookup. You know.
Yeah, and then they're all like super like chill, and it's great.
Even if you didn't
it.
like a dude's set, and be like, hey, good job, you know, like or don't. I mean, like if they have a really shitty set, just be like, hey, you know, you'll get them next time. You know, like you don't want to say good job on their super shitty set. It sounds condescending, I guess.
Yeah, well, and like what I try to do is like if I see a dude who has a really bad set and he's like devastated about it afterward, like I know what that feels like or whatever. So I go up to him,
pick himself up.
Yeah, and I try to remember like
Just
one
sit in the crowd and heckle him.
Jesus. No, I try to remember like just one little tiny thing that he said that I remember thinking was funny and just mention it to him, and it totally like makes their night. Well, so
that's fun. It's like at least you can eliminate everything around this part or something like that. You know, like kind of. I don't know. I don't really like comment too much on a comedian's set unless they ask me. But or if I have a comment, it's usually positive. I don't like point out negative shit about their set. You know.
Yeah.
It's just a dick move. You know. Like, I don't like what makes you. Is what you say.
You talk really fucking gay, dude.
Your words don't come out right to me.
Oh shit.
But no, I enjoy hanging out with them and everything, and like the more you get to know them, the more you get brought onto projects, the more everybody really takes off with everything. I mean,
definitely.
That's kind of how you build that whole comedy troupe, you know. You got the Cellar crowd, you got the Comedy Store crowd, you know. All
it's
that
so
shit.
communal. It's so, definitely.
Like I think the Roxy will stand as probably the best show for a long time.
Absolutely.
Now I only wish that we could get it for 2 hours, so all the comics could do a 10-minute set.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Amazing. I don't know if that's a money issue or if John Howard will ever listen to this, but hit me up.
Yeah, do that, John. That'd be sweet.
Talk about that. That'd be tight to do a 2-hour-long show. And everybody gets 10 minutes, you know?
Okay.
Like, that'd be great.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I just don't feel like... I mean, it's not... Like, the drive out there to do a 5-minute set, I mean, it is a little tough. You know, sometimes I'm like, man, I... just burned a lot of gas, but it's worth it in the end. Like as long as like 2 new people realized who you are or something like that. Like I feel like if I can make one person laugh in the crowd really hard, if everybody's like you know, kind of like playing along like it's funny, and like then I see one guy really laughing, I'm like, that's the guy. And then like next time maybe there's like 3 of them that are really laughing, and then it just grows like that, and eventually more and more people that like you come to see you. Like, that'd be fun.
Yeah, and laughter is it's contagious.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
we proved that a long time ago. Like, actually, we can do a little test right now.
Oh Jesus!
Let's be a little.
No, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh no!
I've done it with like a couple people.
Oh, we used to do that all the time as kids.
It's the challenge is that you do like you just laugh. Like a fake laugh.
A little tiny laugh.
You do like a fake laugh, and you just keep laughing.
Eventually, you'll really laugh.
You take turns laughing, and then eventually you start actually laughing.
Like, actually really laughing.
You're taking turns actually laughing, and it escalates from there.
Oh, yeah.
But I've done it with a couple people. They must have been fucking sociopaths, because...
This is nothing.
No, they're just stone cold, like, haha.
Jesus Christ.
I was like, you're no.
You're a
I was
faggot.
like, Jesus Christ.
That's the worst.
You're a faggot. That's all you gotta say. Because apparently that's like the worst word you can say, and I'm so glad now because it's such an easy word to say.
Wait,
and
which one?
I love upsetting people.
Oh, wait, which
Faggot.
word? Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, I don't give a damn.
Fuck the word faggot, dude. I say that shit all the time. Anybody
yeah,
with
dude.
baby ears can
I like the
suck a
word cunt.
dick.
I
Oh,
love
cunt
the word
is-
cunt.
oh,
Jim
that's a good
Jeffries
one.
made me fall in love with the word
It's
cunt.
such a good word.
Oh yeah.
Like cunt's like that like candied chestnut on top of fucking dessert, man. Like it just finishes off everything.
It is the
nicely.
most like devastating thing that you can say to a woman.
For no reason, mind you. Like
I
what
can't
does that
think-
have to do with? And I have yet to hear somebody explain to me properly why the word cunt is offensive, other than the fact that it's a very abrasive sounding word. But like it's like, oh, it's a derogatory term for vagina. It's like, okay,
So, who
so
cares?
can I call you snatch? Like what the fuck are you
Yeah,
talking
I
about?
can't
seriously.
call them a snatch. They'd be like, what the fuck? Fuck
Yeah,
you.
like
But what the fuck are you gonna call a guy that matches what you could call a woman a cunt?
Ooh,
like what word
that's a good
would match
point.
to a male like that kind of effect?
I don't think there is one because I think men already think their dicks are jokes.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe if you tell a guy you got a small dick.
Oh yeah, no, that's like that's
Maybe-
basically the one thing that drives most people crazy. And I just tend to agree with them when they tell me that. I'm like, yeah, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't really bother me, but
Like I have the smallest cock ever. Like fucking, I almost snipped it off one time when I was manscaping. Like it was all crazy. Like,
Oh, shit.
and then they're just like, oh, I can't go anywhere now because he already had way better insults for himself than I could ever think of.
have you ever called a woman a cunt to her face?
Oh yeah, lots of times.
I've only done it once or twice.
Oh, lots of times.
Oh,
Like,
what was the
I poked him in the
experience like?
forehead when I did it though.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Oh,
I don't like run around like a serial killer screaming cunt in babies' faces or anything, but like I just fucking there's just some times in Florida that I mean there are some really shitty people in Florida,
I fucking bet, dude.
and sometimes you gotta call a bitch a cunt.
Oh, damn. Zach, do you mind if I ask, like, what, like, happened, like, when you had to, like, call this chick a cunt and, like, poke her in the head or whatever?
Oh, something was
Like
just
what?
stolen from me, and I caught him, and I just called him
Oh,
a cunt.
shit. Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, that was a cunt move.
Yeah, it
I
was,
don't blame you.
it was really funny, though.
Wish I could have been there for that shit. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It seems like all the fun shit around here happens when I leave. I guarantee I'm gonna leave for fucking California in February, and something crazy is gonna happen to one of you. It just happens every time I leave the state.
I know
Like
what you
I
mean.
like the last time, for example, the last time I missed out on like the whole group get together thing was back, or like one of the first times when I was working at Pizza Hut in 2007. I had to fucking work that day. Even I might have requested it off. I don't remember. But anyways, we were going to promote our show in Missoula, and fucking everybody in my crew that was handing out flyers ended up meeting Coheed and Cambria, and they got free tickets to the show.
Oh, damn.
And so I went to the Coheed. Not that I wanted to go to the Coheed and Cambria show, but it just would have been cool, you know.
Yeah.
And the band actually let them post our flyers on their fucking tour bus.
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. But anyways, there's like that, and then the next time Chris went to Missoula without me, he went with Brandon Ferguson. And holy
Oh,
was that a fucking adventure. Like I could never tell the story the way he told it. But here's basically what happened was him and Brandon were at like a bar somewhere having some drinks. Everything was chill at that point. I guess Brandon snuck off with some hippies in a van and came back and was just insane. Like he did something. And so he started running away from Chris, and so Chris chased him. They got to like the Higgins Bridge or like the Orange Street Bridge, one of those two bridges. And he was trying to like jump over the side of the bridge. So
Jesus
Chris
Christ.
caught him, threw him down onto the ground, and it just shit went crazy.
He was chasing him with his belt in his hand. He was
well,
trying
that's
to
what
hit him with the belt.
Like he like after he was like trying to do it again, Chris ripped off his belt and like whipped it like Indiana Jones,
like Pootie Tang,
like Pootie Tang, yeah. And just like fucking puts the belt back in the loops.
That's fucking great.
But yeah, and he chased him all over. Like he chased him for like an hour through like the college campus and everything, and he actually ended up catching up with him again in front of the hotel they were staying in, and he was underneath there's like there's like the big tall Motel 6 sign that you can see from like the freeway and stuff, so you know where it's at. And then there's like the little tiny ones that are next to the shrub, like right in front of the fucking like office where they rent out the rooms. Well, Brandon was squatted down taking a shit in front of that sign, and there were like some jocks laughing at him, and they were like throwing trash at him.
What the fuck, dude? Holy shit!
And so
they were throwing trash at Brandon.
yeah, there were these guys just
That's so
fucking
mean.
were like watching Brandon like going fucking crazy.
Damn.
Chris is watching Brandon trying to take a shit next to this Hotel 6 sign. He's like clear as day, brightly lit in like blue and red fucking colors.
Wait, it wasn't dark yet? It wasn't like nighttime?
No, it was nighttime.
Oh, okay, but it was just
like the
like right
light
out
lit
there.
him up, so he's like clear as day. This like neon Brandon taking a shit and squatting, and like these jocks is throwing trash out of the trash can at him. So
That's so shitty.
he pulled up his pants, started running around. And, he said he found Brandon passed out on a bag of dog food in front of Albertsons.
Oh my god.
And I guess
That's fucking great.
And I don't remember if he ever got him back to the room or he didn't. He was like, just fuck it at some point and left. But, yeah. And then the only reason he put up with Brandon the whole time was because Brandon was supposed to give him a ride home from Missoula the next day.
Oh, shit.
And then that fell through. So Chris was like walking around Missoula trying to figure out what the fuck's he going to do with Brandon following behind him because he's just like, what's he going to do? He's just following Chris everywhere and like...
Jesus Christ.
Just like, how do you get through that? Like,
Seriously.
just the dude that just gave you the worst night ever is like following you. Go, yeah, I was pretty fucked up last night, huh, man? He's like trying to kiss your ass, kind of. And then,
That's awful.
and then you don't. And he was gonna take a bus, and I guess he got hold of one of our friends, and she gave him a ride home. Devin, what's her name? Do you remember Devin?
I do, yeah. Super
Yeah,
nice girl. Thank you for doing that, Devin. You saved our friend's life, probably. Holy
Devin
shit.
was the shit. I miss Devin all the time. I mean, I know she moved to Tahoe at one point, and she was coming back. I thought she was coming back to Montana. For
Yeah,
a
I
little
see
bit
the
or something.
trippiest stuff on Facebook. Yeah, she seems like she's kind of doing the whole, what do you call that? Like, she's kind of on the road or whatever a lot. And
Oh, kind of like going nomadic.
yeah, nomadic or something. Yeah, that's cool.
Which fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I wish I could do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Honestly,
hoping to do
fuck
here in
all
a
this
couple months.
bullshit. No.
Get some money together.
I should just sell all this shit.
Just peace
Why am I
out.
doing this?
Next we hear from you, it's like
Get on
3
the
years
road.
and you're living in Ketchikan.
Exactly. I've been living in Afghanistan. I'm like, dude, the laws for women here are great. Oh, man. I've never been so happy.
Man.
I just need to get a base tan and then I can go.
A base tan.
Yeah. I need a spray tan.
Oh, dude, Clay, I was gonna ask you what all are you planning on doing in LA when you go visit in February?
I'm only gonna be there for a couple days. I'm gonna go to the Comedy Store for sure.
Hell yeah.
Like, my mom's like, there's all these other, there's like this comedy club. I'm like, Comedy Store. Every fucking night, I'm going to the Comedy Store.
Hell yeah.
And I'm not wavering from that. Maybe, I think the Ice House is in San Francisco. So
Okay.
I don't think I'll be going there. But definitely going to be at the Comedy Store, though.
Right on.
I'm really digging that. And then after that, I'm headed to Florida. Basically, over the next couple months, I'm going to try to get like a tight 10 minutes
Nice.
going. And I'm going to do some open mics in Florida. Maybe even do a couple in California.
Sweet.
Yeah, just for the hell of it. Try out a
That's
new
where you're
crowd
from,
in a new
actually, right? It's
place,
like
yeah. What's
you're from like Southern California originally, right?
I was born there, but I've lived in Montana my whole life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I've been here since I was a little kid.
Okay, because I was gonna say you even like
like-
sound like you're from California a little bit. So.
Well, I went to California like on and off once in a while
Oh, okay.
for a few weeks, a couple months sometimes, But I don't know. I never really dug it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I'm not a big California fan.
What was it about California that was not appealing to you?
The rat race, for the most part.
Oh, is it just like a high intensity energy all the time?
No, it's just the bullshit. Like, everybody's bullshitting themselves into tings they're better than they are.
Oh, okay.
Basically.
Damn, so it's like an ego thing?
Like the guy that works at fucking Steak and Shake or fucking, like, In-N-Out Burger thinks he's the fucking shit because he saved up for 9 months to get a pair of Jordans, Like, it's like one of those things, like, they have this fake life, but then there's their reality life where they're just a fucking guy flipping burgers, Like, but they still think they're all movie stars and rock stars and shit, you know what I mean? It's like, no, motherfucker, you're just the same as the rest of us.
That sounds fucking awful.
And like, there are people that aren't like that, Like, there's and those were pretty much my friends. Like, those were the only people I could stand, so those are the people that I hung out with.
The real people.
Yeah, and like, even some of them kind of went their own way with how that went too. Like, they kind of went down that whole wanting to be a celebrity road,
Fuck.
It was like, I don't know, I enjoy comedy because I like making people laugh.
Yeah.
I don't really, if I could just be a road comic, I'd be perfectly fine with that.
Hell yeah.
Nobody really knows who I am, but I show up and I get fucking paid,
That's
Like, my
what's up.
track record's impeccable for selling booze, you know what I mean?
Fucking
Like, that's basically all you are. You're a booze salesman.
Yeah,
So-
dude, whatever you can do to just, keep getting, I just want to get paid to tell jokes, man. That's been my whole thing.
That could be an angle we could try to work into a business, right? How we have our, like, our beer guy comes in and stuff,
Yep.
What if our beer guy came in to sell beers, but they were comics, and they did like a fucking dinner theater thing for the fucking, basically like, okay, we're gonna do a dinner theater, then we fucking sell these beers to people, and basically whatever fucking sells the most, you just fucking buy that shit,
That'd be interesting. See how
Maybe work out some kinks in that plan, but I
So,
just thought
like-
that'd be interesting, Just
Yeah.
comedians selling booze, because that's what we're doing anyway. The fucking bar doesn't give a fuck that you're a comic. They just want people in there to sell booze.
I'd be
Now,
horrible
if
at
you
it.
have a comic
but-
road show that sells booze,
Yeah. I mean,
that's a whole another fucking monster.
I'd see something like that for sure. I don't think I could ever do it because I'm a terrible fucking salesman. I'm never good at talking to people. So
Right? Well, that's kind of the thing. You don't even have to sell anything. You just have, like, you work for a company. They have X amount of beers. You go out on a tour with this, like, fucking freight truck follows you full of beer.
oh, so you just
And
like
then you just have the event, and you only sell that alcohol at the event.
oh, okay.
You know what I
Gotcha.
mean? And, like, basically, like, you get venues. Fucking, I don't know how the fucking, you'd have to do it at, like, a place that has a liquor license, though. You'd have to be doing, like, because people do that all the time, like, demonstrations. We have our fucking beer tastings, wine tastings, all that bullshit. Just do that on a larger scale, basically. Have entertainment involved. Have shit like that. I mean, it's no different, really. But I don't know. I think I rambled about that idea a little too long.
I'm
it's all
honestly
good.
lost.
You guys are just like in deep contemplation about.
I was glassing over. I was trying to think.
No, here's the long and short of it. Comedians sell booze to idiots.
I think when you're on stage, you should just shoot beers out of a t-shirt cannon
Right?
into the crowd, full pints.
And like two cocks come out.
Like
on the
if
side
there's
stage
a
and,
balcony,
like, foam
aim for the
blows out.
upper balcony and just home. Just
yeah.
fire them motherfuckers up in there.
Oh yeah.
If somebody
Just shoot beers at people with a t-shirt cannon. That'd be a decent way
and when
to go.
people are entering the show, just have them sign their name on a piece of paper, and it's actually a waiver form, so you don't sue.
Exactly. Here's write your name to be entered into a raffle.
You shot a pint at my sister's head, and she's mentally retarded now. You signed the fucking paper.
But when
Did you
that
drink
cold,
the beer at least?
But when that cold Montana IPA dripped into her severed skull, she was introduced to a pleasure not known to the man until that day. Not since Moses saw the burning bush. has there ever been an ecstasy experienced in such a way as the trip to Flavor Town through your spinal cord with a nice, cool Montana IPA?
It's the commercial right there.
You'd be a great spokesman.
Right. I just keep rambling until something just makes sense for a second, then I go back into making no sense at all.
You just described the inside of my head on a day-to-day basis. Just me ranting to myself until I feel like I'm starting to make sense.
Sometimes I wonder if your head doesn't just look like Five Nights at Freddy's there, Max.
Wait,
It's like
what is
animatronic fucking, like scary animatronic Chuck E. Cheese dolls coming to touch you at night.
Yeah, it's a trip.
Right.
Still, as an adult, if you presented a one of those little ball pits that they have in Chuck E. Cheese, that sounds like fun, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yes, it does.
But I need like a deep one.
Dude, they should make like an adult size one of those places.
Like a
I need like a
McDonald's.
I need like a 15-foot ball pit, like where you're actually in danger.
yeah.
Just imagine. I know, right?
You could actually drown in fucking.
Like there
plastic
needs to be
balls.
people supervising for this shit. Like,
I'll have a lifeguard and shit.
right?
On a chair.
They have to fucking.
And that's
flush
why
out
you-
the dead bodies once a month.
Yeah, they don't
They
even
just
take
fill
them.
the pool with water, and all the balls float to the top, and all the bodies are still on the bottom. They just pan them like gold.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck!
Oh fuck, that's great. Either that or just fucking pour acid on them and just open up the drain and let the sludge
I guess there
go down.
technically is something like that in existence. I suppose Six Flags is pretty much exactly that.
Damn.
It's basically just a giant McDonald's slide. Dude, I've never been to Six Flags.
Really, I have once. It was great.
I bet. I love roller coasters.
Do you think like an adult would have a lot of fun there?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm pretty sure adults are primarily the ones having fun there.
Okay.
Like little kids are definitely too scared of most of those rides.
Dude,
Oh,
I need to go to
definitely.
an amusement
I went
park.
to Six Flags when they opened the Superman ride. It was near Georgia, near Atlanta.
Oh shit.
And fuck, dude, I stood in line for like an hour or two, like an hour and a half. It was fucking ridiculous. And you get into the roller coaster, and there's no seats really. Like you just stand there, and it's just a shoulder strap.
Mm-hmm.
You don't sit down.
Mm-hmm.
And then it takes off, and you're flying through the air like Superman, like this, like
Yeah.
completely horizontal or whatever, and you're
Yep.
Damn.
just keep, yeah, it was really fun.
Did it feel
But
like
fuck
you
2
were
hours,
flying?
dude. Huh?
Were you feel,
Yeah, you were flying, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was great.
that's dope. Maybe that's what it's like to have a jetpack. Probably more so than it is to fly. Like, I feel like flying. I don't know what kind of force it would take for something to fly like that. That's probably my one thing. Is that like they never really explain the flying. You know, like it's not ever really brought up in how it happens.
Oh, you mean like the physics of it?
Yeah, and stuff. And like I mean, there was one time I was watching Dragon Ball Z, I think, and like the physics that he explained is they like take their energy and they place it below their feet and lift themselves up like a platform, basically. And like I was like, that's interesting, but it's not how Sizzy Sazzy Superman G-Boy does it.
Oh, dude, actually, I think yeah, I remember what you're talking about when they explained that in Dragon Ball Z.
When he explains it to Videl.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's my
That show's
dude
pretty cool,
there.
man.
He knows DBZ. This motherfucker don't know nothing about DBZ.
Oh, dude, check that shit out, man. It's a good show.
No, I watched it when I was a youngin, but I haven't watched it in a long time.
Yeah. Super just started.
Yesterday, didn't it?
Yeah, yesterday I missed it though. I totally forgot about it. I'm not like a die-hard fan, but I definitely really enjoy the show over a lot of other animes. But we'll see. I mean, they have the original director back,
Oh, nice.
or writer, creator, whatever, making Dragon, because somebody else took over and they made Dragon Ball GT. And
Oh,
this
okay.
is a god awful fucking series.
Oh,
I
dude.
don't know if you ever watched it. But
I did, yeah.
yeah, I mean, it had
It
its
is.
moments that were kind of cool, but it just got so fucking ridiculous. Like,
I'm really glad I watched like the shitty versions of all the Dragon Ball Z stuff, like when I was a kid still, like when it was coming out. Because if I would have watched it now, I'm like, what this piece of shit? Fuck this.
right?
Waste of
Exactly.
time.
Yep. I mean, anybody who watched certain parts that weren't the right parts of Dragon Ball Z, that's probably the reason why they hate it. Like, can you imagine if somebody only watched the Ginyu saga of Dragon Ball Z
Oh man, yeah.
on Toonami or something? Just like those 4 fucking queens just dancing around, making no sense at fucking all the
I
entire
forgot
time.
about that. Yeah, those guys.
And
were
then that's all they
fucking
saw. They're
lame.
like, if somebody was like, fuck this, what is this, like an anime Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Yes,
What's
pretty
going on?
I could definitely. That makes sense, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You know, my favorite. One of my favorite things I used to watch on YouTube was people trying to go Super Saiyan.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck, dude! You
And
showed
they
me
just
that one
scream
time.
and they look like they're almost about to shit their pants.
I've seen people pass out while they're doing that.
I bet, dude.
Oh,
I bet you
man.
could pass out doing that.
You know, I was such a nerd when I was,
Screaming at the top of your lungs, like no oxygen in your body, and you're just like, ah!
Dude, Clay, can you pull up that video at all, or is that possible? Actually, yeah,
it wouldn't have any audio, though, so
Okay.
it kind of kill the
Yeah.
whole thing of it. But,
We'll watch it afterward. It's, dude, I gotta show it.
Oh, yeah.
It's so fuck.
no,
Oh, dude,
I was such a nerd when I was like 13, I think. It was my 13th birthday. I remember I had, like, you know how, like, you'd have, like, party games and, like, Pin the Tail on Donkey, all that bullshit. Well, we didn't have any of that, so I just made my own. And do you remember the fusion thing with Trunks and Goten?
I do, yeah.
Okay, so my thing was who could do the fusion thing perfectly, and guess what? I was the only one that could do it. Like, and you need 2 people to do it, so it was
Yeah.
kind of difficult. Oh man, no, I was such a fucking nerd. I think back at that all the time. Like, God, I wish I would have hit myself in the hand with a hammer or something. Like,
Shit.
what the fuck you mean? Like, just find some pot and be cool.
I was just about, yeah.
People are gonna think you're gay.
You make up a game and then you're the one that beats it.
Well, that's kind of the thing. Like, I haven't thought about it before we did it. I'm like,
that
oh
sucks,
wait,
guys.
nobody else but me watches Dragon Ball Z. So how does this make any sense at all?
You pretty much like coming out as a nerd to all your friends.
I might as well
like-
I might as well have had them go like, okay, who's the best at doing like Naruto ninja hand signs? Fucking whatever the fuck.
Oh man, who could do all the Star Wars trivia from the least popular movie?
Dude,
Yeah.
we got that Star Wars trivia game. We have yet to play it.
Really?
I-
I would not do good.
I don't think any of us would do good.
I would suck at that. Yeah, dude, I'm actually like starting to watch Star Wars a lot, and you know, again, and like I played that game for Xbox recently, that like Force Unleashed or whatever.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty fun.
Nice.
It's a trip too, cause like I haven't played video games really, or like watched anime, or like done much of any of this stuff since I was like really young, like 10, 12, 13. And then, yeah, so it's now that I'm, you know, just kind of taking a break from everything. It's, you know, and I'm spending all this time at home.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of going back to that stuff and just
Yeah,
watching a lot of TV and movies. And
People tend to people tend to think that anime is super nerdy.
right.
And I mean, honestly, like, it's just genuinely better storytelling than
Seriously.
anything America has to offer. Like,
Dude, I
this
almost like
in-depth
yeah,
story of everything, just like how they go about doing things is just terrific.
yeah.
I mean, like, what the fuck we got, like, Breaking Bad and stuff. It's great, don't get me wrong, but it didn't last like 500 episodes, like 15 years, and like there's statues of them in the cities of Japan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Well, that's because in America, cartoons are either for kids or they're for like adult comedies.
Oh, dude, that's a really good point,
But
man.
in
I don't think
Japan,
that's necessarily
they
true
make
anymore,
dramas and
Well,
all
like,
kinds of
well,
shit.
you know, anybody who's
I
not
think
getting.
that's what it's mostly marketed towards is children, but I mean, realistically, most of the anime you find is actually a very adult themed, but it's just edited to be put on kids shows. You know what I mean? Like, you can put it on Dragon Ball
No,
Z on
I'm-
Cartoon Network because they cut out the swearing in the American version and stuff. You know, but oh,
Yeah, it's a trip. I totally know what you mean by that, Zach, though. It's like people get really dismissive and hesitant about that kind of stuff because, like, my dad was, like, really hesitant to watch Inside Out, you know, because he saw the cover and he saw, like, the really animated, you know, girlyish kind of pixie-looking, what's her name? Joy.
Yeah.
And he, you know, and, like, he was just like, well, you know, I don't really want to watch a kid's movie, you guys. And I was like, Dad, it's like Pixar, and they've been working on this for a really long time. I promise it's going to be, you know, at least worth watching.
Yeah.
And then, you know, he ended up, I don't know if he liked it or not, but he sat through it, so.
Oh yeah, well,
Lots of feels.
Yeah.
In that movie.
people have
Especially towards
to
the end, I
look
was like,
past-
oh.
people have to be able to look past what the medium that the content's being delivered through.
Yeah.
You know, like you have to be able to see past that it's a cartoon and realize that it's actually a great story.
Absolutely.
You know?
And that goes for like the other end of the spectrum too. Like, have you ever showed somebody like a really dark movie and they're like, this is too much. I can't do this. This is gonna like make me like scared and like kind of sick and it's too much murder but it's like, dude, it's a good story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like it's probably an ego manhood thing with a lot of people too, watching cartoons and blah blah blah. But like, I don't get that about a lot of shit, man. It's like, okay, you're a manly man, right? You go to the gym every fucking day. You bench press 200 pounds every fucking day, right? So you're telling me that if you went home that night, watched a Barbie princess movie, you came back, tried to bench that 200 pounds, you couldn't do it?
Oh damn. Yeah.
Makes no fucking sense to me.
Good point.
Like, I don't understand the attack of manhood. It's such a psychological thing. It doesn't make you actually physically weaker.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
Like,
it just kind of like points out people's like I was talking to my buddy at work about this one time. It's like points out like people's like self-esteem issues when they get really like hesitant and defensive about stuff. They're like, oh no, I don't do that. You know, it's when they show their phobias, it shows, you know, what they're, you know, what I don't know really where I'm going with this, but maybe what they think of themselves or like their uncomfortabilities.
like
Yeah.
self-consciousness.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But, you know, it's just, people fucking bum each other out all the time, and
Yeah. Seriously.
we're all dicks to each other, even when we don't want to be. I'm like a dick to everybody at least once a day, even if it's like a little tiny microaggression, bro. Just a little one.
Yeah.
Microaggression. How is that a fucking thing?
Like just today, you've called me a bitch, you called me a faggot, you've called me a cunt.
Oh, yeah. What the fuck? What did I say earlier? I was, oh yeah, I'm like, ooh, faggot cookies is online or something like that.
Yeah, little cunt.
Oh shit! Yeah, I know what you mean.
That's
I
just
really
the
got to
screen
work
name.
on not shitting. I really have to work on this. Not shitting on other people's tastes. Like my brother and my mom have very specific tastes in shows and movies. For some reason, I've just been being such a dick. Okay, I'll get real
Fuck
quick.
that shit. You guys
Yeah.
are stupid for watching it.
Exactly, and like
Yeah.
I watched.
Depends. Are they watching like Kardashians?
No, it's not even anything bad. It's like, you know, like they.
Open season for that.
My mom watches this show on Netflix called The Magicians that I don't get, and so like she this is bad too. This is like stuff I really got to work on. She accidentally watched on my Netflix account that I just made, and I was, you know, really
So
specific
suggest a bunch
about
of
it.
Different shit.
Yeah, and so now it's on like I'm gonna continue watching, and I flipped, like I totally flipped and blew up, way overreacted, and was like, "What is this? I gotta look at this every time I get on my Netflix. Things aren't perfect." And like
World
just totally
problems,
acted like a fucking
for
faggot.
Sure.
I was just being such a faggot to my mom and my brother. Like I just totally turned into this asshole. It was bad. So
That literally might be the most first world problem I've ever heard of.
yeah,
That's like right below somebody didn't dust the gold bricks today.
yeah. No, dude, it
No,
was
that's
bad.
right under you just stepped on my shoe.
I know, right?
Dude, the shit that I get mad about, it's this tiniest stuff. It's bad. I gotta work on it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like right below fucking the maid didn't wipe her feet when she left.
Exactly. Why didn't you have the blue ribbon in your hair? Yeah.
The maid didn't suck me off after she cleaned today.
Yeah, dude. That.
What are you,
oh,
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No.
No.
My maids would be
A little bit more attractive than that.
No, probably uglier, but just
Oh,
a
true
different
that.
ethnicity. I would hire white trailer trash maids. Like, the counters are kind of clean, but there's cigarette ash everywhere.
They
Well, there's
Windex.
definitely no, like, cans or anything. But, like,
They Windex the mirrors, but like they test their lipstick on it, so it's like there's like shit all over the mirrors still.
right. Oh, man.
Oh, that's funny. I've never heard that before. White trash maids. I want to get some now if I ever.
Right. I mean,
That's awful.
They
That sounds
definitely
so
work
shit.
as cheap as a Mexican.
I want to get some now. Like, what are they? Fucking Cheetos. It's terrible. And
No, if you heckled for a while, I bet you could get them down to like $3 an hour. Real talk.
oh my
It's
gosh.
not that big of a job. Just fucking, take your time. You get paid more. They're there for 10 hours. You give them $30.
Oh, you can drink Mountain Dew
I was about to say.
or
Yeah.
Budweiser.
Oh, I forgot to go to
Then they
the
wouldn't-
ATM.
Yeah.
I forgot to go to the ATM. You just send her out with like a couple like gallon jugs of apple juice or some shit. Like, just whatever was in the bomb cellar. It's about to expire.
I love that you have a bomb cellar in your fantasy.
My fantasy mansion. There's this doomsday still coming no matter how rich you are. Gotta be ready. Or don't. If there were less of us here, none of these problems would even exist, so.
Oh, dude, I had a conversation topic that I thought of before I.
Before you forgot it right now?
Well, no, I was trying to think of interesting shit to talk about during the podcast, and the one thing I could think of was it's kind of relevant. You guys notice that? I saw this on the news a couple years ago, and I'm waiting for intelligent people to talk to about this about. But
Well, you're in the wrong room.
now, like, is this whole thing about like when people? It's our generation mostly, but when we try to sound, how do I put this? When we try to sound cool. We like change our women are doing this thing where they like make their voice really low, and I don't know. Have you ever like heard a guy who's like trying too hard with his voice? And you can like hear it,
Like
the whole
the
like
inflection. Well, like, it's like, I think it's almost a thing where they're panicking,
okay,
and they like, that's just, they're naturally to be like, hey, I'm a fucking cool guy.
yeah.
Just
Shit.
that where it's like, there are some fucking accents that are definitely fucking artificial. Like the California, hey bro.
Well,
like, you definitely made a choice to
Yeah.
start talking like that.
Seriously, well, what I
Don't
noticed,
talk like that.
I really noticed
You're not
it.
from a tribe of people that
Exactly.
spoke a different language.
Yeah, seriously. Well, I noticed it when there was this girl. She was my friend in like middle school or something, and she moved to Missoula in high school. She came back after a couple years, and we were like downstairs in my room or whatever, like a bunch of kids, just hanging out, doing a bunch of crazy shit. And I hadn't heard her talk for a while. And, like, she started talking or whatever, and she had this weird like kind of raspy lower, she was trying to sound like she was from California, but I don't know. And I don't mean to shit on Missoula or anything, but you could tell that she had like started talking differently when she had moved to Missoula, and she came back to Polson, and it was just weird.
Oh, fuck him. Missoula
Yeah.
needs to be shit on once in a while.
Okay, yeah, no, if I could seriously, like, what the fuck is going on with the way people talk in that goddamn town? Jesus, tits on a fucking moose.
I'm pretty sure the busiest clothing store is that like weird costume shop at the end of Higgins next to the fucking ice cream shop.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty sure that's where everybody's doing their shopping in Missoula.
That's where they all get together and learn the new accent for the year.
Yeah. Everybody's going to these grinder meetings and whatnot.
Fucking, I love that
Grindr's
town.
a
Yeah,
gay
it's,
hookup app.
yeah.
Those of you that don't know what that is.
Do you think that's hot in Missoula?
Grinder?
I think it would be hotter in Missoula than any other city in
You think
Montana.
You think people are rubbing
I don't
cocks?
think like Trout Creek has a big grinder following.
Trout Creek. Oh, fuck, dude. Wouldn't that be awesome if we just found out that, like, Trout Creek is the grinder hotspot
Just like
capital
the
of
gayest
America?
place in Northern America.
Oh my God. All the dudes are just walking around, like, riding bears with their shirts off.
After you get past the trees that you can see from the highway, all the trees have been sawed down into giant erection statues.
Oh, fuck. God damn it. Oh, it's so good.
And the townspeople not those statues like Beaver.
Oh, shit. That's so good.
No, I kind of wish. Actually, they do have a little like Hobbit hotel, so technically they probably are the gayest place in Montana. I mean, if we're going like Lord of the Rings Hobbit, I mean.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you mean like when they all came in at the end and they're all stoked that
Right.
he was alive? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God. I forgot about that scene.
Well, they're all like crying and hugging, and then Frodo comes and.
Oh, shit.
That happens when he
And
has
then
like
the
one-on-one
credits
with
just roll. And it's
Sam.
like Bang Bros.
Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck.
Oh fuck.
Jesus.
It's like, wait, was that? I wish somebody just, as a goof, just fuck your career, throw it away, and just do this for me. The next time a new Lord of the Rings comes out and it ends similarly to that, they need to slip in like a fucking quick like Bang Bros, fucking, like something like comfiesta.com. And then then it rolls the credits. J.J. Abrams, fucking whatever.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
It's kind of nice that I can shit on successful people because I'm not successful, and then I got to start being nice to them if this ever starts taking off.
Right. Oh, man. Fuck, dude, what'd you guys think about... I mean, I know I asked you guys this last time I was here, but, like, now that I'm a little bit more coherent, I can remember what you guys' opinions are. But, what do you think about that, like, that last season of South Park? The whole...
I thought it was decent. It just they lost it halfway through almost.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I don't know. Like the ending was just, wasn't that great. Like the whole season, except for, but I find myself doing that with a lot of shows, where like I'm just a little disappointed in the finale. So they just were another one of those shows.
Oh, okay.
You know,
But, like, what was your opinion on, like, the whole, like, member berries idea and
I
the
love
nostalgia?
It was
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Dude, I was...
Member berries were my goddamn favorite.
Dude,
Oh,
those
yeah.
that was such a genius... Actually, I
But
don't...
they
I
didn't
tried
play
to...
a big part in the end, and that's why I was disappointed with the finale.
Yeah.
Because they were all in the Oval Office,
They'll continue it
but
next season. I
but
bet.
they didn't really have like any sort of part in the ending of that season.
No, they weren't even in the last episode.
What's up?
They weren't even in the last episode.
Oh, damn.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
They weren't.
They had nothing to do with the finale.
Yeah. And so,
And
like...
it kind of seems weird to make a whole season about member berries mostly, and then just fucking leave them out of the finale.
Well, I thought the season kind of... Like, the focus of it was, like, internet trolls and... I don't know. Maybe not internet
I
trolls,
think what
but...
they're doing is they're gonna save it for next season, and then they're waiting for Trump to do some shit. This.
Oh yeah. Well, and basically with South Park, it seems like they were going in the direction of trolls, but it seemed like as a result of the member berries that trolling stuff was going on or something, or they were like influencing the election, which had something to do with the fucking trolling. It was fucking weird.
Yeah,
Great
I mean...
timing with all the fake news as well.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
you gotta hand it to Trey Parker for, like, walking that tightrope of, you know, balancing the whole nostalgia aspect, which was what I kind of got from the member berries was, you know, they were really, you know, kind of shitting on this whole nostalgia
yeah.
thing that everybody's freaking out about, and then also the internet trolling thing. So I don't know, I try to think about, like, how that dude is keeping that show afloat in the fucking, like, great way that he is, and I don't know, I can't wrap my mind around it. He's a fucking magician, dude. It's a trip.
At this point, they're just basically taking pop culture references, and then that's it. They make the show week to week, you know. You know, they have a system and a formula of how South Park jokes work, and they just plug it in like a fucking... It's basically like a program at this point. Like, they have a way they do things, clearly now, you know, like, you know, they've been doing it for so long. And then you just take pop culture and introduce your style of comedy into pop culture, and then boom, you got a Surf of South Park episode. Just the same way as you get a Simpsons one, or, you know, you expect the same thing every time from South Park. You expect the same thing every time from the Simpsons, blah blah blah. But the comedy punch still surprises you, you know. Like, if Eric Cartman sabotages something, we expect that to happen, you know.
Yeah, I could see what you mean about, like, Family Guy and The Simpsons and those, but it's with South Park and me. It's like I kind of try to leave it.
Oh no, they
You know,
definitely have the most surprise in their show.
Yeah,
Like, they'll just be like, everything's normal, and then all of a sudden, it was all because of this fucking god that doesn't exist, like Cthulhu.
Yeah,
It's like, fuck.
I
Where
always
did you come from?
I always get thrown by that show.
Oh, yeah.
I always do. It's
No, but
the best part
it's
about
more predictable now, though, because they're doing it in series. You know what I mean? Like, they can't go as wild and crazy because that throws off the rest of what they're going to do for that season. So, if there's going to be something wild and crazy, you can guarantee it's going to be, like, towards the end. You know? Because, like, if you, like, let's say, like, for example, the whole Memberberry season, right? We were like, is it trolls? Is it Memberberries? Is it what's going on with the whole plot? But then just imagine, like, 3 episodes in, they're like, it's the Cthulhu god, and then they just never bring that guy up again. It's like, well, you said the whole reason this was happening. People will pick it apart like that, and then it kind of loses its value, you know? What they just, now they have to keep it in one direction, so there's less surprise now than there was when they were just doing it day to day or week to week, you know? Just random episodes. Heavy contemplation. By our guests here today.
Yes.
boobs.
Wow. It's so crazy that they make the show. Could you imagine if you, like, made South Park? Yeah, because of all my ideas, so I don't completely understand its inner workings.
Should we wrap this up?
I think it's about time to wrap it up. What do you guys say?
Sounds good.
Cool. Well, you got anything to plug there, Max? You doing any shows soon?
Hoping to get out to either, the Union here at the end of January or Stage 112 or the Roxy. I'm not too sure when their shows are. The Unions are probably already.
Sign up for the Roxy.
Oh, okay, yeah. So probably gonna have to do February for all that stuff. But yeah, doing some stand up in Missoula here in the next month or so.
Cool.
So
we'll catch them at 112 or at the Union Club, and
yeah.
catch me at the Roxy. And you can catch Zack at the Western Bee Sawmill. He'll
Fuck
be
you.
loading trucks. Tell him, one day, Mr. Jones, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna be a dancer. I like you, Zack. You're a good dude. Don't you ever fucking cross me though.
God.
Good night, everybody.
Peace.